Hi there. It's April 22nd and time for Proverbs 22. Jump over here. Now, this is a good chapter. This begins the 30 wise sayings you're supposed to memorize, but we'll cover the other part first. A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Okay? Always better to have a good reputation, right? Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. He says that lots of times throughout Proverbs. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. You see trouble and turn the other way? I do. Humility is fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches, honor, and life. Right? To be humble, right, is fear of the Lord. Okay? That makes you humble. When you realize you're in the presence of such greatness, you can't help but being humble. In the paths of the wicked are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their life stay far from them. Right? Stay out of those traps. Okay? Start children off in the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Right? Train your children first, young, right? By the time they're 8 years old, they should have all their mannerisms and sayings in place. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. This is true. Most of us have bills, okay? We are a slave. Excuse me. And the world has designed it this way, okay? The world was designed so everything should be free, and there is an abundance. We have no shortages of anything. There is plenty of food. There's plenty of fuel. There's plenty of air. There's plenty of water, okay? Evil people put meters on these things and charge you for them. That makes you a slave, okay? Credit card debt is a slave. Mortgage, you're a slave, okay? You can't help it. Utilities. Borrow is slave to the lender. There are some people that go off grid, right, and build their own everything. That's the way it used to be, okay? Everybody used to do that. Okay, 8, whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, and the rod they wield in fury will be broken. Okay? Sooner or later, evil catches up with itself and destroys itself, right? 9, the generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor, right? If you give, God pays you back with interest every single time. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. People like that? Haughty, arrogant. Nobody likes those people anyways, right? 11, one who loves a pure heart and speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. What, you? Speaks with grace? O grace of his lips. 12, the eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. Okay? Frustrates the words of the unfaithful. Sluggard says, there's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square. Right. He says this over and over, too. Any excuse will do. 14, the mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Interesting, huh? Shall follow therein. What's it say over here? So God punisheth the one sin by another when he suffereth the wicked to fall into the acquaintance of a harlot. That's interesting. 15. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. Right? Spank your kids. You don't have to do it very often. Usually just once or twice, and they learn. Okay? Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. Okay? They're going to get away with anything they can, and the more you let them get away with, the more trouble they will be in when they're older. Okay? 16, one who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. And that shall surely come to poverty. So over here. Okay. 30 sayings of the wise. Okay. Now this will cover 3 chapters. Okay. And this New International Version actually numbers them, which I think is very cool. I've always had to highlight them, as you can see over here, to separate them. But this actually numbers them. So here we go. Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach. For it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart and have them ready on your lips. So that you may be in the Lord, I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve. Okay? So, keep them in your heart and have them ready on your lips. Using to memorize these, okay? In some form or another, you should always be able to memorize these, and a lot of them are just common sense. Okay? They're calling this saying 2, but this is actually saying 1. Okay. Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court. For the Lord will take up their case and will exact life for life. Got that? The Lord will get even if you exploit the poor because they are poor. Okay. Saying 3. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. Right? I've seen angry people. They're just angry all the time at every little thing. Okay? Nowadays, they're easy to find because they're carrying signs. Okay? Saying 4. Do not be one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Okay? Don't borrow money. Don't borrow money. Sometimes you have to, but they've made it so, this goes along up there. The borrower is slave to the lender. Okay? 5. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestors. If they only had land, right, that stayed in your family for generations. They've done away with that, huh? Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. Right? Somebody that's very, very talented usually goes far. There you go. That's Proverbs 22. And we can go over the highlights. Not too many in here, okay? 4 is highlighted. Humility or humbleness is fear of the Lord. Okay? Its wages are riches, honor, and life. That riches, honor, and life. Humility is fear of the Lord. That's interesting. 6 is highlighted. Start off children in the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Right? Teach them young. Spank them young. 7, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower a slave to the lender. Talked about that. Okay? And it's just true. Okay. If you don't think it's true, stop paying your bills and see what happens. Okay. Ian is highlighted. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. He is naturally given to it. You got that? Naturally. Right? Kids aren't pure and angelic. They will get away with as much as they can if they're not taught otherwise. Okay? And our sayings. Saying number one is just to memorize these sayings, right? Keep them ready on your lips at all time. Okay? Do not exploit the poor because they are poor. The Lord will get even. Mm-hmm. Don't make friends with a hot-tempered person. Don't associate to one who is easily angered. Or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. You have these memorized? Do not be the one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Okay? Some people do, right? If you get a loan on your house, you put up your house as security for a debt. And if you don't pay it, they're going to take your house away. Saying 5, do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestor. This is encroachment, and it goes on. Okay? There wouldn't be a law or markers or boundaries or stuff if people didn't like to encroach on other people's property. And saying 6, do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. Not before the base sort. So, there you go. That's 22. And we will continue. Like I say, these 30 sayings will covers about 3 chapters. So, and if you study anything in Proverbs, these are the ones you should study and memorize and keep them ready on your lips, right? Have them ready on your lips and keep them in your heart. Okay? So, there you go. That's Proverbs 22. Let's see what we're doing. I think we're in 17 or something. Luke 17. Yep, Luke 17. Just 20 verses. So we will do that. We'll do that today. But, so there you have it. 22. Have a good Tuesday, right? Memorize these things. The thing that stands out. Humility is fear of the Lord. Okay? Fear of the Lord is being humbled. You should be humbled in his presence, right? In the presence of such greatness. So there you go. Have a good day. Give us a like if you think about it. And later on, we'll continue. See ya.